Hello everyone, and it's Pryanti here today, and today I'm here with my brother, and today we're going to be talking about how life is going during this pandemic coronavirus. So let's start off with you.
So in the pandemic coronavirus, students are learning in remote learning. So it's actually horrible in remote learning. Some of the homework doesn't transfer to the site you're using. Like for me, I'm using Google Classroom. My teacher had a hard time with her internet that she posted a link but it came after 10 minutes later. And also, it's great and not good. The good thing is that when you do remote learning, it's easy to do the work instead of going to class and doing it. The remote learning is due after like a day or two, or just one day.
Also, when I'm in my school, we're using the site Jupiter where we have our teachers giving us work and things. During the remote learning, from the beginning of when we started, which was March 21st, when we first started remote learning, we got many assignments from one teacher and so on from the other teachers, and they were due in that day or the next day. And if they weren't doing that day or the next day, they might be as a project and do next week. It was like this, and many kids would complain that the work is really hard and they're not getting it. But for me, the work was really easy because they were really simple work. But after many kids complained, we started getting a project from every class, and that was due every week. So, like from a science class, we got very much work, which was writing an essay, and it's on the pandemic coronavirus. And for that, we had to write a long 4 to 5 paragraph essay. But before all of this happened, we would get really hard work, and doing the hard work would like take us a long time. So some of us people, like my classmates and us, would discuss how we can do this, and that way we could do our work much faster. Now let's see our parents. And when our parents are adults, so they have to go to work to provide for us. Like my parents, they're going to work and working. My parents have said that in Manhattan, there's so much people that it really seems like there's no lockdown because everyone's on the street and there's lots of cars going. And if you get out of the house, make sure to wear a mask, gloves, and have the proper clothing. If you don't know if you catch the coronavirus. And the coronavirus is so bad that it can spread from human to human, and if it keeps on spreading, we might not be even living from this life. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah. So as for remote learning, since from March, from remote learning, it has from the beginning it's easy for some kids, or the teacher gives hard homework or easy homework. Now the teacher gives more homework or less homework, depends on you. For me, the teacher gives more homework since we are more into the pandemic situation, so we get more homework. And also, when the adults do their jobs, they don't do it for themselves to earn money. They do it for us to keep ourselves safe, and so to keep the community safe of the earth.
Additionally, when the classes give work, they usually give hard work that's on this pandemic because we can learn a lot from it and benefit from it. Like from the articles I've read on coronavirus, I've learned that different states of matter in water can affect coronavirus. And on that, when I started writing an essay for science, I have learned many things from it. And this has benefited me in life because whenever I went outside, like this month I went outside, I wore a mask and took the proper clothing, like the article said. This way I didn't get the virus, or if I tested the virus, I wouldn't have gotten it positive.
So most people in March didn't go outside since they're really afraid. But now everybody's going outside since everybody's so tired of being inside inside of your house. And also, if you have remote learning, it might be a problem because some kids don't have good internet, or they don't have a device to like connect to their site, or they had something bad in their life happen that time, like they had coronavirus, or they had a car crash or other things, etc. And this could affect your grade. And if your teacher's deans doesn't let you do the assignments slash homework that you didn't do when you had those situations.
Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys have learned how life is during this pandemic coronavirus living in New York.